Ever catch yourself thinking, man, I wish I had more time to just, you know, get lost in a good book?
Yeah.
And like maybe even chat about it with some other folks who actually like get it.
Totally.
But life,
Life gets in the way.
it really does. Schedules are crazy, discussions fizzle out,
Yeah,
and that pile of books on my nightstand, it just keeps growing.
I know that feeling.
But you know what? You are so not alone.
Not at all.
That's why we are diving deep today into the future of book clubs.
Ooh, exciting.
And honestly, I think you'll be surprised.
Surprised in a good way, I hope.
Definitely a good way.
I love that we're tackling this.
Me too. It's so interesting how something as like classic as a book club
Yeah.
is actually at the forefront of all this like social and tech change.
It really is. It's like this cool blend of old and new.
Exactly. So we've got this awesome excerpt here from Pasted Text.
Okay.
It's called The Future of Book Clubs, Making Reading Interactive and Engaging.
I like the sound of that already.
Right. And it really paints this picture of how book clubs are not just, surviving,
Right.
but actually thriving in this digital world.
Absolutely. It challenges this idea that they're fading away,
Totally.
when in reality they're becoming so much more accessible.
And engaging.
Yes. More than ever before.
It's pretty cool.
I think so.
So the excerpt kicks off by mentioning this
Okay.
this kind of, sobering statistic.
Oh,
Yeah, a 20% drop
wow.
in traditional book club participation
Over what time period?
over the past decade.
Huh. That is significant.
It is, right.
And it makes you think, like, why?
Yeah, why is that happening?
Yeah.
I think it points to some of the challenges these clubs face,
Totally.
like just trying to get everyone's schedules to line up.
Oh, don't even get me started.
I know. It's like an Olympic sport.
It really is. And then sometimes you get that one person
Oh,
who just dominates the conversation.
yes.
It's like, come on, let other people talk.
Right. And everyone else ends up feeling like they're just, an audience.
Totally. Or they just stop coming.
Exactly. They get discouraged.
Yeah.
Meetings become less frequent.
Sporadic.
Yeah, and eventually the whole
Huh.
thing just kind of
It fizzles
sizzles out. Exactly.
It's a bummer.
Total bummer. So then it's like, okay, what's the solution?
Right. How do we fix it?
Well, this is where things get really interesting.
Okay, I'm all ears.
The excerpt highlights this surge in these new
Yeah.
interactive book clubs.
Interesting.
And it seems like it's driven by, tech
Yeah.
and also just a desire for something more.
More dynamic.
Yes.
I like that.
So, for example, virtual meetings. Think
Oh.
about platforms like Zoom or Google Meet, right?
Yeah.
They've been a total game changer for this
I can see that.
because it removes all those geographical barriers.
That's huge.
It is. So people can connect from literally anywhere.
From all over the world.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Imagine discussing a book
Yeah.
with someone in like London
Right.
and then someone else in Tokyo
Wow.
while you're, all cozy at home.
That's incredible.
It opens up so many possibilities
Yeah, it does.
for finding people who share your love of books,
Mm-hmm.
no matter where they live.
And it's not just about convenience either, right?
Exactly.
It can be so important for people who
Mhm.
might find traditional book clubs, I don't know, maybe a little,
Intimidating.
yeah, intimidating or even just inaccessible. Like
Right.
think about people with mobility issues
Yeah,
or social anxiety or even people who live in, really remote areas.
absolutely.
It makes it so much more,
Inclusive.
yes, thank you.
It really levels the playing field for everybody
Love that.
so everyone can connect over their love of books.
That's the goal, right?
That's the goal.
Bring people together.
Exactly. But you know what? It's not even just about the meetings themselves.
Oh.
The real magic happens when you,
Yeah.
bring social media into the mix.
Oh, interesting. Tell me more.
Okay, so think about it. Dedicated Facebook groups,
Okay.
Instagram discussions, Twitter threads.
Ah.
They're all becoming extensions of the book club experience.
Oh, cool.
Right. It allows people to keep talking between meetings,
Yeah.
share their thoughts, and sometimes they even get to
Connect with authors.
connect with authors. Exactly.
I love that.
Have you seen what's going on over on Book Talk?
Book Talk, is that like,
It's on TikTok, but it's all about books.
oh, wow.
And it's not just about the funny dances and stuff.
Yeah.
It's become a major force in the book world, honestly.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can launch bestsellers.
No way.
Seriously. And it sparks all these passionate discussions among millions of users.
That's incredible.
So imagine a book club using that, right?
yeah.
Like creating TikTok challenges.
Oh, that would be fun.
right? To explore themes from a book, analyze characters,
Oh, I love that.
or even reimagine scenes.
It's so creative.
I know. It could completely transform how we experience literature.
Wow, I'm blown away by
I know,
this.
it's pretty cool.
It is. And then there's gamification,
Oh, yeah.
which like taps into that competitive spirit and
Yeah.
it makes reading more fun.
That's fun.
You know, like reading challenges, point systems,
Yes,
all designed to keep you engaged.
and motivated.
Exactly.
So instead of just passively reading,
Yeah.
you're actively participating.
Right.
You're competing.
Yeah.
And you're pushing yourself to, like,
Explore different genres.
different
Yeah.
genres, different authors.
Oh, I love that.
It's really exciting, I gotta say.
And I can hear it in your voice.
But really, all these trends, they point to this shift
Okay.
from just passive reading
Yeah.
to actively engaging with the material.
I'm following you.
And that ultimately leads to...
A deeper appreciation for the book itself.
Exactly. You get so much more out of it.
I couldn't agree more.
Right.
You've said it perfectly.
Awesome.
I'm so glad we're talking about this.
Me too.
It's fascinating.
It is. And we're just getting started.
Oh, there's more.
So much more.
I can't wait.
Buckle up.
I'm ready. It's like we're taking this, age-old thing of gathering to talk about stories, and we're like injecting it with this like digital energy boost.
I love that. And speaking of giving things new life,
Okay.
the excerpt even mentions AI.
AI, like
Yeah.
artificial intelligence.
Yeah. And how it could personalize the reading experience.
Wow, how would that even work?
So imagine an AI that, like, analyzes your reading history
Okay.
and then recommends books based on that.
Like a personalized book recommender.
Exactly. But, like, way more advanced.
So it knows what I like.
It would learn your tastes, yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Right. And it's not even that far-fetched.
Really?
Yeah, his algorithms are already out there, and they're getting smarter all the time.
Wow.
They can do things like suggest discussion prompts
Interesting.
or connect you with readers who have similar tastes.
Oh, that's neat.
Right. And even analyze writing styles to match you with,
Yeah.
like compatible book clubs.
Okay, so instead of feeling like totally overwhelmed by all the choices, you'd have this like guide.
Exactly. A
But-
personalized guide through the world of books.
That's kind of amazing.
Right. And especially for new readers.
Yeah.
Who might be intimidated by just like the sheer volume of books out there.
Oh, for sure.
This could really help them, you know?
Absolutely. It makes it all feel so much more manageable.
Exactly. Okay, so all of this sounds incredible, but I have to ask,
Yeah.
why does this even matter?
Good question.
Like, is it just about making book clubs more, like, fun and convenient?
Right.
Or is there something deeper going on here?
I think it goes beyond just fun and convenience, for sure. I
Yeah.
mean, this is about the future of reading, right?
Okay, so how do we, like, keep the love of reading alive then?
Exactly.
In a world that's so full of distractions.
Especially with all the digital stuff.
Right. And how do we make reading feel relevant? Especially for younger generations who've, like, grown up with screens?
I think it's about meeting them where they are,
Okay.
like speaking their language and using the tools they're already comfortable with.
So using technology.
Exactly. And
Yeah.
that's what these new formats are doing, right? They're bridging that gap between the old school world of books
Yeah.
and the digital world.
It's like this cool fusion.
It is.
And you know what? We're seeing the results.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. There's this resurgence of interest in reading.
Really?
Yeah. And I think these new approaches are fueling it.
That's awesome.
It is. And it's not just about individual enjoyment either.
Oh.
It's also about, like, community
Okay.
and fostering a sense of belonging
Right.
over this shared love of stories.
Love that.
Think about the potential for connection, right?
Yeah.
People from all over, from different backgrounds,
Mhm.
coming together to discuss a book that's, like, touched them.
Yeah.
Or challenged them or made them laugh.
It's powerful stuff.
It is. And you know what? These new formats,
Yeah.
they can make that experience even more accessible.
Really? How so?
Well, especially for people who might feel intimidated by, a traditional book club.
Okay.
Like maybe it feels too formal or something.
I can see that.
With these new formats, it's more like
Yeah.
you're joining a conversation that's already happening.
Okay.
And you could just contribute your own thoughts
Yeah.
without feeling like you have to,
Perform.
yes, or have all the answers.
It takes the pressure off.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And then you can just enjoy the process of discovering and exploring.
That's so important.
It is. So are we saying then that, like,
Yeah.
the future of book clubs is all digital?
I don't necessarily think so. I think
Yeah.
there will always be a place for,
Yeah,
that in-person
Yep.
connection.
for sure.
It's special, right?
It is. Like being in the same room,
Yeah.
sharing snacks, seeing people's reactions.
Totally. You can't replicate that online.
Exactly. But maybe we'll see more of a, like...
A hybrid model.
Yes. Combining the best of both worlds.
Interesting.
So imagine a book club that meets in person, like once a month.
Okay.
But then they use online platforms to,
Yeah.
keep the discussion going between meetings.
Oh, I like that.
Right? Or share extra materials,
Right.
or even connect with the author virtually.
That's brilliant.
Right?
Yeah.
So you get that face-to-face interaction.
Yeah.
But with the added convenience of the digital tools.
I love that idea.
It's the best of both worlds.
It really is. And it acknowledges that. Like,
Yeah.
there's no one right way to do this.
Exactly. And that's the beauty of it,
Totally.
It's all about flexibility and adapting to what works for people.
It's like book clubs are evolving.
They are.
Yeah.
And as tech keeps changing,
Yeah.
who knows what other possibilities will pop up.
Right. Like, what's next?
I know. We might have virtual reality book clubs
Ooh.
where you can literally step into the world of the book.
That would be amazing.
Right. Or AI-powered discussions.
Oh.
That give you personalized insights.
Okay, my mind is officially blown.
I know. It's so exciting to think about.
It is.
And that's what makes this whole conversation so, invigorating,
Yeah.
It's not about predicting the future.
Right.
It's about embracing the potential for, innovation and creativity.
I love that.
This excerpt has honestly changed how I think about book clubs.
Really?
Yeah, I came in thinking about the future of book clubs,
Yeah.
but I'm leaving with this, renewed excitement for the future of reading itself.
Wow, that's awesome.
It is. It's like we've maybe underestimated the power of book clubs all along.
I think you might be right.
They're about so much more than just, discussing books.
It's true.
They're a platform for connection, creativity, and even personal growth.
I love that. It's beautiful.
It is. It's really powerful.
It is. It really is.
Makes you wonder if we haven't given book clubs enough credit,
Yeah, maybe.
We always think of reading as this solo thing, but it's really about connecting with, the human experience.
It is, at its core.
And book clubs, in all these different forms we've been talking about,
Yeah.
they create this space for that connection.
It's really grow and thrive.
Exactly. It gives us a reason to step outside of ourselves,
Yeah. To see things from different angles.
To engage with different perspectives.
And, walk in someone else's shoes for a bit.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I'm already thinking about books I want to reread.
Oh, yeah.
But with this fresh perspective,
Totally. Like seeing them with new eyes.
Imagine revisiting a classic,
Okay.
like Pride and Prejudice,
Mm-hmm.
but through the lens of book talk.
That would be wild.
Right. Or discussing 1984,
Okay.
but in a virtual reality setting
Whoa.
that actually simulates the world of the book.
That's mind-blowing.
It is. It's like these stories come alive in a whole new way.
Yeah. It makes them feel fresh and relevant.
Exactly. Even though they might be, decades or even centuries old.
That's the power of a good story, right?
It is. This has been such an eye-opening conversation.
I'm glad.
I came in thinking about the future of book clubs,
Mm-hmm.
but honestly, I'm leaving with this excitement about the future of reading itself.
That's what it's all about, right?
It is. It's about nurturing that love of reading,
Yeah.
no matter the format, no matter the tech,
It's about the stories themselves.
the stories, and the connections they create.
Exactly.
So if you're listening and you've ever felt, I don't know,
Yeah.
maybe a little intimidated by the idea of a book club,
Okay.
or if you're just curious about, new ways to experience books,
Yeah.
this is your sign to just go for it.
Dive in.
Exactly. Don't be afraid to, experiment.
Try new things.
Yeah. Find what you enjoy
What sparks your passion.
and connect with people who get it.
People who share your love of books.
Whether it's a virtual book club
Yeah.
with members from all over the place
All over the world.
or a gamified reading challenge.
To push you a little.
Yeah. Or even that hybrid approach we were talking
Yeah.
about. There's a book club out there for you.
There really is.
One that's ready to, reignite that love of reading.
And open your mind to new possibilities.
And who knows? You might even learn something new about yourself along the way.
You never know what you might discover.
It's true. Well, this has been fantastic.
I've really enjoyed it.
Thank you so much for joining us on this deep dive into the future of book clubs.
My pleasure. Always a good time.
And to everyone listening,
Happy reading.
happy reading.